What is up, guys? The Knicks fans are going to rejoice, just like me. I'm rejoicing as well. The Knicks bring in Bojan Bogdanovic and bring in Alec Burks for Quentin Grimes, Ryan Archiacono, and Fournier in like 3 seconds, and Malachi Flynn. Um, Good trade, win-win. I mean, not win-win, not win-win at all. That's Troy Weaver. What do you do? What are you doing? Are you honestly going to give it? Like, look, this is a return. You gave up a 20-point per game score for three firsts and a young player, but you also gave up a 12-point per game score. Like, can you at least get a first? Like, Quentin Grimes, I understand you see the potential and you see the fit with Cade. But at least be like, hey, can I get another first? Leon Rose beats stingy, and I feel because the first thing that I saw, which was ridiculous, I was sitting in class, it goes, Alec Burks for Quentin Grimes in a second. Yo, I'm like sitting here like, yo. I didn't know about contracts, so I just sat there. Didn't really care. I'm not that guy who's gonna be like, oh, according to my calculation, like the contract don't work. So then you might have to fill that with Bogdanovich or even something like a Gene Ivy. No, I was thinking like that. I was thinking like this might be the deal. Um, but no, it said that Bogdanovich is also gonna come too, and that was a big part. I don't even know why like MG Raiders nowadays trying to break these trades don't even care. They're just like putting Alec Burks for Quentin Grimes in a second. All we know, we're gonna put the trade out first. Make sure the details are correct, because a 20-point per game score is a detail you cannot miss out. You cannot miss out that detail. You cannot give us false hope. I mean, you cannot give us false negativity, thinking that this is awful. Like Leon Rose, I didn't think he was gonna get finessed. I let him cook. But if that went through, if that was the deal, I would sit here and been berserk, beside myself, because you can get more for Quentin Grimes. They got more for Quentin Grimes. Beautiful way to handle it. Beautiful way to bounce back after you not wanting to trade him for Donovan Mitchell, and then you get him still for a 20-point per game score and a 14-point per game score, both up in age, but that just only helps you come down playoff time. And this team is not to deal with. Like, this team's gonna win now. And that's what it showed after the OG trade for RJ, not Randall, for RJ and Quickly, showed that we're gonna go in not the youth movement anymore. We're gonna go in the medium age. And Bogdanovic's gonna be up there in that old age. He's from Croatia. Shout out Croatia. Um, 9 years of NBA experience was the biggest thing. She has experience, and he can put the ball in the basket. I mean, there's a lot of clips I said on TikTok was like he can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. Like, he could put the ball on the floor, not even get to the basket, pull it for mid-range shots. He can get on the floor. He can just catch and shoot. Like, there's a lot of things he adds to the game by eye test wise and just his impact. I mean, he has been known to be a bad defender. Man, I just don't I don't see how that will hurt us off the bench. I feel like it'll only help us. I mean, he's 6'7", like he's 226. Might not have the biggest wingspan, but man, I think he can just sit in that chair a little bit. I think he's got to be able to. You bring back Alec Burks. That's one of the players. Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy about, because we know what he can give us. Of course, you welcome him back. We know what he's going to give us, and it's no difference. Just good shot making, and also he can play make. He can help Deuce McBride out a lot. I think him and Deuce McBride will be that pairing that Deuce McBride really looks up to him because of just Alec Burks just being himself. I mean, he's somebody that stays in the league for a long time because of his shooting, his passing, his just being able to take any role he could possibly get. Just that stuff, Deuce McBride can suck out of him. Uh, can get out of him. Can get out of him. Please. Okay. Um, this is something. What I think Quentin Grimes can add to the Pistons, I think he can add great stuff to the Pistons. I really want to watch him now, because I was already watching the Pistons a little bit, being like as a joke, being like, "Oh, do they win? Do we get wings?" No, they never really won. They won a game last night, which was against the Kings, and Alec Burks was 25. I was about to say his name. Terrible. Jaden Ivey at 37. So the future is there, and you wave Killian Hayes. So you're like, this is my point guard room. My point guard room is Jaden Ivey, Kate Cunningham, and I'm gonna have Quentin Grimes the two. So it's gonna be Cade, Quentin Grimes, have Ivy off the bench, still getting his minutes. So I just feel like that's perfect. Like, the Knicks fans were like, oh, so false hope, and like last night being like, oh, we're gonna get Jaden Ivey. not. No, we're not. What makes sense without giving me a first-round pick to get Jaden Ivey? He's 20 years old. He's 20-something years old. What's the, like, do we really want to develop somebody here? No. We know what we're going to get out of Alec Burks, and we'll take what we're going to get out of Alec Burks. And we understand what he can do. He can do literally, him and Bogdanovich are kind of the same player, but Bogdanovich is taller. We know we're going to get out of them scoring-wise. Pump fake, dribble, pull up. If Alec Burks wants to clear out the offense, kind of get us in the set, he can do that. Like, they're just very versatile players offensively. Defensively, I've seen Alec Burks sit down and defend. I've seen him try. Like, I think Deuce will be better now because he can just be that defender. He can take all the pressure off him offensively. Just sit down and chill. Let's carry this defense off the bench. And then OG's come. That's a different situation. I don't even know what's happening with OG. Looks like some people are saying he's going to get surgery. Some people say he won't. Some people say, he's back by the All-Star break. Like, look, it's a whole weird thing. No more scoring droughts. One of the things I put out there. There'll be no more scoring droughts because we got so many options to go to. Alec Burks, Bogdanovich, Deuce McBride, Precious Tua. Like, you're going to have to respect almost everyone on that bench. And we turned a team that didn't have a good bench to a team that has a great bench. One of the top in the league. Like, Bogdanovich is going to get so much better looks here in New York. And same with Alec Burks. I don't even look at the field goal percentage. Yes, he might shoot 40 from the field. Awful for him. But that's him just having to pound the ball in Detroit. He's not going to pound the ball. He's going to be playing more off ball. He's also going to He's also going to be playing on ball, of course. But he's also going to be more efficient with it. He's going to be able to take his shots that he wants because the defense is going to have to respect people with him. And again, the Pistons have god-awful spacing. And Bogdanovich is going to have more room to work with. And it's going to be fun to see how the Knicks can put it together this game, I think, against Luka and Kyrie. That's kind of scary. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you know what? That's a whole thing the Top Thibodeau has to deal with. And that's Josh Hardy's post-podcast. Get ready to run 48 minutes. Because there's no reason the Knicks are going to have no one. The Knicks are going to have no one tonight. And I cannot wait. They cannot come back at a better time against the Indiana Pacers. How are we going to scout for him? That's my question. Because how are you going to scout for the 20-point per game score the Knicks just got? How? Like, what did the Indiana Pacers do at the deadline? Like, what do they do at the deadline? What do they actually do at the deadline? I know, shout out to Dallas Mavericks. We won't be playing them, so I can shout out as much as I want. Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Shout out to them. They shored up the front court, which was something that I kind of had a little bit shakiness with. I know Lively's playing out of his mind as a rookie, but if Grant Williams wasn't good, so you get that much better. PJ Washington can stretch the floor. Daniel Gafford can be that a lot. Like you had a great free agency. What they do with I'm actually gonna have to go by that search thing in Twitter. Pacers. Let me put in the Pacers. Corey Joseph to the Pacers. Pacers got Doug McDermott. The Pacers got Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz. Yeah, that's it. And I expected that because their big trade was Pascal Siakam in the middle of the year, so we weren't looking to get some splash deals. But the Knicks kind of made the best deal of the day with Thaddeus Young is in the buyout market. Yeah, but this buyout market can be nice. I cannot wait for the Knicks to at least put in some offers in the buyout market because the Knicks still can need a little bit more roster spots. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to be a 2-player deal. I didn't think it was going to be a 1-player deal. I think the Knicks need 2 players after they traded for OG. And I was correct. And I wrote down, I wrote it down. Burks and Bogdanovich. You want to see? These are my trade predictions. Where are they? Okay. Whoa, whoa. I don't even know. Where are they? My trade predictions. Okay, let me tell you. My trade. Just you have to believe me. My trade prediction was Alec Burks, Bogdanovich, for Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and Dallas 1 through 10 first. 1 through 10 Dallas pick, which will be probably theirs because Dallas is Dallas. They're going to be pretty damn good. Wait, 1 through 10, so they won't have it. You know what? And then you get the 1 through 12 Washington pick, which will convey to the 2 seconds. So yeah, that was my kind of deal. But man, they got through this deadline with getting two quality basketball players that you know what you get out of them for. For 3 seconds, a young player that was disgruntled. I don't know what you understand by disgruntled stuff. That makes the disgruntled player, that makes no sense. Like, tell me, he was not disgruntled. He didn't say anything that he was disgruntled. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But you got a young player that you weren't going to play, and you also got off the contract of Evan Fournier. You got on a great contract of Bogdanovich, who gets paid the same amount of money as Fournier, who produces, I don't know, 20 more points at Fournier. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm ecstatic with what the Knicks did. As Kendrick Perkins would say, the Knicks are deeper than the Pacific Ocean, and everyone got to bring their life jackets to the Eastern Conference because the Knicks are deeper than the Pacific Ocean. I love you, Kendrick. You're invited to the Knicks parade. That's what people are saying. You're invited to the Knicks ring ceremony. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Let's go Knicks, and I will not be doing the Mavs Mavs versus Knicks pregame show because what like post game, like what's the point? Like they're playing Joshua 48 minutes. When am I supposed to talk about it? Unless something drastic happens. If something drastic happens, then yes. But besides that, no. Peace, have a nice day, and let's go Knicks. Subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you're on Spotify, auto download and make sure you hit that